Good morning, everyone. The sights, the sounds, the sensations. Welcome to Power of Pure Presence. Is it time to let go? Is there something that you've been holding on to, attached to, that is causing you a lot of pain? And perhaps it's hard to let go. Welcome this morning. I want to share with you a quick update, and I'm going to share with you a poem. And I have a new website that I want you to connect to. And I'm going to be offering a free session for those of you that are interested in getting more clarity and purpose. I'm going to put the QR code up now so you can bookmark it, save it, take advantage of it. Plus, you'll be able to follow along as I write the next book, Seeds of Infinitude, which is a poetry book. So let me put this QR code up. It's a new website, and I want to invite you to check it out. All right, I'm back. Welcome. So I'm going to start this off with something I've been sharing on letting go, and I hope it resonates with you. And I invite you to take a moment to breathe, just pause. Pausing could be the biggest thing that you do because most people are so busy. We're so busy. Thoughts racing, to-do lists, emotions. It's all kind of happening at once. So let me just share this with you. Today, I learn what the horizon has to teach. The sun, now descending to meet the horizon with the anticipation of a lover waiting to embrace her beloved. Time seems to stretch as the excitement of this heavenly rendezvous builds. Their meeting is fate playing out before my eyes. The energy in the air is palpable, emanating to all in view. Suddenly, the slow anticipation accelerates into a marvelous show. What was slow has become fast. The horizon meets his beloved with open arms. Intensification and contrast on display. Undeniable is their meeting. Light viewable from a faraway galaxy, here, now entering my eye. I blink as I take in the miraculous. But suddenly, the meeting is over. The horizon must let go. It cannot hold the energy of the sun. The horizon must let go and submit to fate. Even though the sun is gone, the residual light that remains soothes my soul, and the loss I thought would stay dissolves. I let go, and my soul is in tune. My heart opens to what's next. The most courageous display ever. Fully accept and embrace and love, knowing it will all change or go away. I discover love and gratitude in this loss that transports me to something ethereal very few get to experience. I sleep. The sun rises again. I am fulfilled. That's a little writing that I wrote, like a poetic writing on letting go. And I've had many conversations with people, and this topic keeps coming up. Season of letting go, let things go. And I want you to think about that today. I was on a seminar yesterday. I was sharing that what I'd asked everybody to do was just write down what they feel is a sticking point, a block, something that's holding them back. If you can name it, right? If you can name it, you can start to detach and begin to let go. So let me know if this is resonating with you today. I'm going to take a moment because I feel like I sense that just even if you're on the video, taking in these surroundings, just listening and taking time to pause and breathe could be one of the most valuable things that happens here today. Just take a moment. Just take a moment and maybe a minute. Breathe in through your nose. I got chipmunks running around. I got birds. I got rains. Maybe a chipmunk crawl up my leg. I don't know. But see what you can hear. And then there's a squirrel too. So take a moment. Breathe in through your nose. See if you can pause and exhale. And I'll be back in a minute or so. Such a calming space, the leaves blowing through the trees. It's so, how do I say it, surreal. It's just calm. There's hardly anybody here. It's a warm, like 64 degrees Fahrenheit. And even as I paused with you to breathe, I realized there's so many things happening simultaneously, just like life. There's so many things happening, but we might say, it's raining today, and we shut down. And meanwhile, I'm out here. The rain has subsided just for a bit. The chipmunks are out getting some food, squirrel with a nut. The birds are trying to get the worms. A beehive must have fallen and blown. This big beehive. I saw these bees just, I don't know if they're dead or just dormant. The birds are flying overhead, the wind blowing through the trees, and just creates this incredible backdrop. So I want to share just as part of the Untethered Soul, which is a book here, the Untethered Soul. It's a millions of copies sold, Michael Singer, and they created a journal. And I've been going through the journal here and there and been just sharing some things with you. And I think this is a great little exercise that you could do after. And I talked about writing it down, like what's coming to your mind. But how about we do a little bit further. So here's the book, the Untethered Soul Guided Journal. And this is just an exercise you can do. So he talks about the voice. See the leaves falling behind me? He talks about the voice in the head, the narration that's going on right now. You have a judge, you have all kinds of personalities, if you will, personality types in your head, and there's a narration that's constantly going. And this is why I created, one of the reasons why I created Power of Pure Presence is to step out of that narrative and to see what's true, what's real, what really speaks from the depth of your soul, your heart and your soul. So let's just take a look at this. Take a moment to examine the difference between your experience, the outside world, and your interactions with your inner mental world. You are very accustomed to settling into this playground of the mind and creating and manipulating thoughts. Get the umbrella out here in a moment. Take a moment to observe your surroundings. Write down what you see outside yourself. So let's do that again. Take a moment and you can just look at this and just write down what you see, what you hear right now. Did you write something down? If you're getting this on the playback, be sure and do that. And you can extend this, elongate this as much as you want. Now write the thoughts created by your mind about what you observe outside of yourself. So this would be your own projections. So there's what you see. I see the pond rippling. I bet you there's a field on the other side of that, you might say. But there really isn't. But your mind is projecting what else could be possibly going on that may or may not be real in the moment. So that's the idea. So take some time to write down what your thoughts created about it. And the idea is to pay attention to this. This happened to me this morning. I'm just lit, like my mind, my thoughts are going, and I'm just observing them. And then it's like the moment I do that, I pause. It instantly changes the narrative. Otherwise, I just get sucked away with the narrative, no control. And then it's like I'm being lived. I'm not living, I'm being lived. But the seasons are changing. You can feel it in the air. The green leaves are still here. They're changing. They're getting ready for the great purge. They all must fall. They all must go. What is it that you have been thinking about, contemplating on, a change, and it's got you feeling a certain way? Maybe you feel like, maybe you're holding on, maybe you haven't named what it is. Maybe you're just walking around in this like fog that it needs to change, but it just kind of continues. And what I want to invite you to, maybe the best thing that can happen from this is for you to sit down and just write it out. But I want to share this quote here before we bring it to a close today. The question is, what have you been too attached to that is draining your energy? Letting go is paradox. It's a paradox. We're wired to acquire. We're wired to hold on to. We're not wired to let go. And that's why this topic is important. Weep not that the world changes. Did it keep? A stable state 'twere cause indeed to weep. That was by William Cullen Bryant, Mutation, a Sonnet, 1862. The themes never change. They're there. We go back to the themes. We go back to the basics. We go back and we revisit. Will you embrace change today? Will you allow yourself to take a few minutes to write down what's happening inside of you, to name these challenges? And then what I want to do is, I want to leave you with this, that I shared this yesterday. If you just begin starting every day with 3 to 5 minutes of pause, and one of my greatest insights I'm going to share right now happened during a moment of pause. Every day, I get up, I pause for 3 to 5 minutes. Breathe in through my nose. I seek to find stillness and the void of thinking. Touching the void, if you will. And one of the greatest insights, your thoughts are constant stimulus. And most of us, stimulus, response, stimulus, response, stimulus, response. We think, we act, we think, we act. That makes sense, right? Of course, I think my thoughts, I act. But if the thoughts are the same, which research tells us they are, you're just recreating the same experience over and over again. It's when you think and you pause, and maybe you start to question and unlearn. Is this really serving me? Is this the most important thing? Is this what my heart desires? Is this the true call of my soul? What's the bigger picture here? What's my life really about? And in between that thought and questioning, a new thought could be created, something that rises from a deeper place within you that is more in alignment with who you are. And the moment that happens, you just created a new experience. And in that new experience, you just created an entirely different life. Some of you got it. Some of you are going to continue to go on, and that's okay. Everybody's on their journey, and you got to respect where you are on your journey, as I do. So my name is Austin J. Haynes. This is the Power of Pure Presence. What do you need to let go of today? And I just want to invite you to go to my website and follow along. I'm going to be posting lots of things there. So let's do that. The QR code. My itinerary, I'm excited to announce my itinerary is up. You can see all the places I'm going to be speaking. And I want to thank you for being here today for Power Pure Presence. Take another moment to pause and breathe. This is something that you condition into your nervous system. It's not going to happen automatically. I hope, I trust, I pray that you realize that content and stimulation is off the chart. Off the chart. Your thoughts, your phone, off the chart. What I'm sharing here is easy to do, easy not to do. Easy to get, easy to miss. It's not sexy, but it's satisfying. It satiates the soul. take a moment and begin the practice to pause and breathe. And then when you most need it, it'll be there for you, and you start to change your life. So instead of stimulus response, stimulus, pause, connect deeper, and then choose to respond. Take a moment now, breathe in through the nose. Your nervous system will thank you. Thanks for being here today. One other thing to leave you with. Every deep breath you give yourself, you're conditioning your lungs to expand. James Nestor, the author of Breath, has discovered that there's research that says the greater the lung capacity, the greater the chance of long life. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for being here.